Alright, my lovelies, so this will be our last part of our little road trip today. So we're headed up to Garden of the Gods. There's lots of places that you can hike through here. You can see all the different rock formations. And so they're giant rocks that you can, some of them you can climb, I should say, not all of them. But a lot of it is very touristy, so you will notice that there's a lot of people here, usually on a weekend especially. But it's a super fun place. Again, you can drive through the whole thing, so like if you have difficulty walking and things like that, you don't even have to get out of the car if you didn't want to. But it's a beautiful place. So since it's nearby and we were already in the area, I figured why not? It's a great day today, so we'll spend plenty of time out here in the sunshine today. Alright, so we're going to start our way up through the canyon. It is a super pretty drive through here. It's been about a year since I've been over here, although it's not very far from where I live. Only maybe 15-20 minutes. So they have a trading post over here, that little building, little gift shop. You can park over here. You can get on the trailheads. You can just sit on one of the benches. There are some benches sporadically throughout. You can ride horses through here. There's horse trails. Great if you're trying to like train a horse, I would imagine. Lots of open space, and they have a horse trailer, so I'm assuming that's what they were doing. I don't think you can camp overnight here. Like the people to my left have an RV, but I don't think there's any overnight camping allowed here, to my knowledge. There are lots of places to park, to get out and walk around and go see what you can find. From the top over here, we might be able to see the Manitou incline, but you couldn't get to it. You'd have to actually hike up, apparently. I thought you could just kind of drive to the base of it. Construction here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's some horses up past the sign here that are out for a little jaunt, a little walk. So that's cool. Alright, well that light took about 10 minutes. That was a little ridiculous, but here we are. So now you can see the bright red rock formations out here. They're either doing some trail maintenance or something over here. Hard to tell. They do actually have tours that you can take throughout here too, that you can pay somebody to like take you all the way through if you wanted to. And there are walking trails over here. As well as you can drive through. all sorts of things that are nearby here, like Cave of the Winds. There's some Indian rock formations that were like carved into the side of the mountain that used to be homes once upon a time. Those are up here near Manitou as well. Most of these are pretty easy to get to off of Highway 24. There's a sign for it on the little sign, Highway 24. We'll take you up through most of this stuff. So we're gonna continue to go up a little bit further. Yeah, that peak's pretty neat looking too. Unique looking formations throughout here. So we have a giant peak there, and then we have a giant valley over there. That rock formation is gigantic. I would say it's probably 3 or 4 stories tall. You don't realize it probably in the video just how massive some of this stuff looks, but it's pretty big. And some of them you can rock climb and some of them you can't. So if you come, you just got to make sure you know which ones you're allowed to mess with and which ones you're not, because they will throw you out of the park if you break the rules. Cannot stop on a lot of these roads. You have to park in a designated spot. So it says you can drive slow, but you cannot stop because the road's not quite big enough. So you're allowed to just kind of creep through here, but you have to park in a designated area. There are lots of little places to pull off and park. If you want to like get out and get a better look at some of the rock formations, like that gigantic one. It's huge for sure. totally could just drive the thing, or you could choose to get out and walk it. There is the ability to do both. You could spend a good portion of your day here and you still probably wouldn't see half of the park. Most of it is like stuff that you'd have to hike to get in, but pretty views out here anyway. And then I can't remember, it's been a long time since I went in like the little trading post, but they used to have a restaurant in there so that you could eat lunch or whatever. It may or may not still have one. It's been a very long time since I went in there, but the trading post does sit here just down this trail. And then there's one more rock called Balancing Rock that's pretty unique. It's a giant one balancing on a smaller one, if I remember right. And so that one's kind of a neat formation. All of these are naturally occurring. They're not man-made in any way, shape, or form. Just like the roads and stuff, the parking lots, those are the man-made areas, but the rest of it's all nature. To get to Balancing Rock, and then that's most of the formations that we're able to see from the car. And there are little maps at the trailheads as well that show you like what you're hiking towards. So if there was something super specific you wanted to hike to, there are little navigation points that you can find throughout the park to show you what trail leads where. Go to Balanced Rock. apparently you cannot fly a drone in the park, so that's interesting. You'd think a drone would take the most incredible shots, but these are pretty breathtaking views, I have to say. Pretty cool. This way towards the balance drop. And there are signs out here, so if you're looking for something specific, you can either use GPS to get to it or follow the signs throughout the park, and it'll show you which way you need to go for each specific thing. Spot where the other side of the light was that took like 10 minutes to reach. Alright. So hopefully we don't get stuck in the traffic light again. Hopefully we can all get through there if everybody goes. out here. That was that last little turnoff. They used to have a public shooting range out there that you could go out during normal park hours, and you could go out and shoot pistols and things out there. I don't know if the shooting range is still a thing because somebody went out there and unalived themselves, took their own life, and so I don't know that you can actually get in there anymore. Here is Balancing Rock. So if you see this big guy up here, it's balancing on a whole other rock there. For everybody trying to cross. Yep, totally cool little view right here. So that, my lovelies, is a part of Manitou. This is called Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs. We went through Manitou Springs. Could not find the incline trail, but you can see it from other parts of the city. So if I can get to another spot where we can see it, I'll take some still shots and try and show it to you guys. It's pretty much a straight vertical, literal incline, and it goes all the way up to the top where the Cog Railway is at Pikes Peak. So if you look those up online, you'll see photographs. The photos do not do it justice for exactly how steep it is. I want to say it's well over 1,000 steps to the top, and you get a change in altitude by several hundred feet. So if you are not used to any sort of exercise in high altitude, would not recommend that you go do any of that stuff. It can be pretty scary to be caught up on the top of the mountain and not be able to breathe or get down. So hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you soon.